Par 5, lake number 9 is a finishing hole here for the lake course. It's a long par 5, definitely a 3-shotter for most. Some can reach in 2, but it's going to require 2 really good shots to do that. The tee shot here is pretty generous fairway, wide open. Anything straight away or down the right-hand side is going to leave you a pretty good look for your second shot. Really the only thing to watch out for is the fairway bunker left. But go ahead and take driver here. Just have a nice confident swing, get yourself set up for that next shot. All right, well, before we hit our second shot here on lake number 9, it's a good opportunity on a par 5 like this to talk about pace of play when you're in the fairway, between the tee box and the green, that time in there. What can we do to save time, but also make sure that we don't fall behind in this scenario? So first things first, if you have people in your group that are gonna try to go for the green in 2 or need to wait for the green to clear, the other players who are gonna lay up definitely can go ahead and hit in that scenario, just to save that time. But also when it's your turn to hit, really the biggest difference, one of the things that can cause a lot of time is are you ready to hit when it's your turn? That means over by your ball, yardage taken, club in hand, maybe even some of that thought process worked out, so that when it's your turn, you can just go ahead right into your warm-up or practice routine and then take your next shot. Just for an example, even if you have 4 players in your group who are shooting 90 or 100 as their average score, just 1 or 2 seconds can add up to 400, 800 seconds, and that's minutes over the course of a round. And, to think about saving time with just seconds, it's the difference between club in hand or not. So, you think about, if this club is in my hand already, that just saved all that time it took me just to pull it out of the bag, and that's those couple of seconds that we're looking for. So it's not always that you have to run or play faster than you're willing to or would like to. It's mostly just about being ready to hit when it's your turn, so that none of that downtime is wasted out there on the golf course. So hopefully next time you get out there and you kind of look around with your playing partners, just make sure that when it is your turn to hit, you're over by your ball, you're ready to go, and we're just not wasting that time and avoid falling behind pace then at that point. Well, we've made it up to our tee shot here, and we kind of flirted with that fairway bunker off the tee, but we just managed to get over it, got a nice kick forward, and ended up in a really nice spot here for our second. As you can see ahead, there's 2 bunkers that protect the green up there, as well as a fairway bunker that's very dangerous, about 80 yards short left of the green. So when you're going for this hole in 2, you really want to consider where you might end up leaving that second shot, and is that an easier up and down than, say, a 90 or 100 yard wedge shot from the fairway. And that's really the balance you need to kind of determine and make that judgment call on, as when you choose to either go for this green or lay up. Now when you do lay up, you want to make sure you lay up. Like I mentioned, that fairway bunker, very challenging shot, kind of that awkward distance that most players don't like. So make sure you take into account the distance to that fairway bunker left, and you hit a club that has no chance of getting there. You're still going to have yourself a pretty straightforward wedge shot into the green and probably set yourself up for a good look with birdie. So for today, we're going to go ahead and just lay up short of that bunker, try to get a good wedge look, and try to make that birdie from there. Well, as you see, the approach shot there got a little bit fortunate. The one thing you really have to watch out for on this green is this little false front here in the front section. Make sure you get it far enough on. but we were lucky enough to stay up top. Had a good look at birdie, just missed it, but again, this is a long par 5, not the easiest birdie opportunity, so pretty happy to take a par. Hopefully this helps you out next time you play this one.